Hi, this is Phil Hartman with PH Fabrication and Horton Race Cars. Just wanted to give you guys a weekly shop update. So it's been a few weeks since I've done an update. A lot's been going on at the shop. A little bit about me and my family. We ended up getting COVID a few weeks back and definitely kicked our butt dealing with that. But we're all back to full health and back at it. But that's the reason I was a little bit behind on the shop updates. Like I said, it's just been pretty busy all the way around, either at the shop life or home life. But we made quite a bit of progress on the Ford Lightning. You can see all the front struts are mounted. We ended up going with a GT style strut on the front from Strange Engineering. Just a little bit longer strut travel when it comes to just basically riding down the road. They have the race car style struts, which have been fine for this vehicle also, but we had the room under the hood, so we could go with a little bit more front travel. So all of that is pretty much into place. Everything's boxed for the mounting of the struts. We also have our adjustments up on top for the top strut mounts. So that'll give us 1 inch of adjustment. Now, you can see most of our tubing work for the double frame rails is all in place. Jeremy just finished up getting all of our tubing work done for the Firewall. A lot of this is a little bit more overkill than you'd see on a typical race car. You can see we ended up Xing it along with giving it framework, which a lot of the race cars do, like the Pro Mods will have a framework around the motor plate. We're going to add a few tabs in here just to give it more mounting areas for the motor plate. But we did exit. One thing about a race car or street car, the number one thing you want to protect is the driver and the passenger. So with an X in here, and then we'll have a place to put our steel firewall, really gives the driver a lot of protection from anything coming in and getting them. So that's the reason we went with an X. It's a little bit more tubing, but when it comes to safety, I'd rather have a little bit more tubing than worrying about what could happen. So a lot of the tubing is in place in the driver's area. Now back here in the back half, there's a few things we're gonna do a little bit different. Everything is in place for the tubing. Rear end is pretty much finished up. We have made a decision to change a few things on the rear end. Basically, we're gonna go with a floater style rear end instead of a standard stock style with the axle. So we can still use our same rear end. We're just gonna change ends on it. That was just a call we made last week, just trying to weigh out different options, and felt like the floater rear end would probably be a little bit better on what we're after. You can see we've got the bed sides off the stock chassis, so they're getting ready to get mounted onto the tubular chassis, but really making a lot of headway on it. Got a transmission ordered, engines of course ordered. All the parts for the rear end are ordered. So a lot of stuff's coming in. The rims just finally came in a week ago, not even a week ago, this last week. Seats came in, so we've got a lot of stuff to mount and keep rolling. You can see we got a bunch of parts that have all come in. Over here, we've got our Firebird that we're working on, basically working on a set of headers. Didn't make as much progress on it this week like I was hoping. Ended up having some smaller jobs that needed to get out for some of the race teams. We were able to get those out. Also had ice box to make and a few modifications to a Corvette that is at another shop. So kind of got behind on the Firebird, but this next week we're going to jump on that and get that out of here. Funny car is still in here. Like I said, everything's finished up on it and just waiting on the customer to come pick it up. And that is about it for the weekly shop update. You can see we got an open bay. Jake Tinsley, who owns Tinsley's Custom Coatings, he picked up his blue Camaro, and that just left today. So hopefully we'll see that on the track in the next week or so. But do want to give a shout out to all the companies that helped me out. Feronius Welders, TMS Titanium, Bailey Industrial, Edwards Ironworkers, Hypotherm Plasma Cutters. Man, without all of you guys, we definitely wouldn't be where we are today, and you guys make my life a lot easier. So appreciate all the great equipment you guys provide. Also, Cleveland Punch and Die for all your punches and dies that we use on the Edwards Ironworker. So like I said, thank you guys. Well, that is it for the weekly shop update. Sorry for the mess in here. I know it's cluttered, a little bit more cluttered than I want, but definitely means we're staying busy and projects are rolling in and out. Well, hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. I'll do better on the weekly shop updates. Thank you. Bye.